So, you want to main a duelist, but not sure which one fits your playstyle? Well, we're here to tell you which duelists are good at what and how they are different from the rest of the pack. Each duelist brings their own unique style to the battlefield that can turn the tide at any time. Now, how do you know if that unique duelist style fits you? First, let's define some terms we'll be using in this video to discuss the duelist agents. Area control slows down enemy movement not through damage or stuns, but by limiting vision and second-guessing decisions. Some forms of area control are smokes, blinds, and flashes. Area denial completely stops enemy momentum by different means such as damage, stuns, or slows. If enemies walk through an area denial, it will cause damage or CC. Some forms of area denial are mollies, sucks, or tripwires. Mobility is essentially any form of dash or movement ability that allows agents to explore the map faster. We will also be discussing which duelists are selfish versus selfless. Let's get right into it with our first duelist agent, Jett. Jett has been consistently a great duelist agent who does her job and does it well. Jett has the ability to cause some area control with her short-lived smokes, but in hindsight, Jett is a selfish duelist whose kit and abilities only affect herself. She has two forms of mobility, with her dash and her updraft, allowing her to move and change angles in a flash. She's also one of the two duelists that can reach higher angles due to her updraft. Jett also has some sentinel properties in her kit. As a designated opper on defense, Jett is able to hold a sight on her own with an op and her dash, being able to take those initial duels and escape. If your style is being a selfish duelist who has quick rotations and is played differently on attack and defense, then Jett is the duelist for you. Neon is the newest duelist in the bunch, and she has definitely left her mark as a duelist you should fear. Neon has the best mobility in the game with her high gear, allowing her to have some of the fastest rotations in the game. Neon also has both area denial with concuss and area control with her wall, which allows for her team to enter a site safely. Her ult is the most lackluster part of her kit, being a very selfish ult on such a selfless duelist. But with buffs coming to it next patch, Neon should be in a better place than ever. If you like how Jett plays, but want to be more of a team player and help them get on site, then Neon is your agent. Next up is Phoenix, who has been one of the weakest duelists for a while, but he is still viable and a duelist you should learn. Phoenix is a very selfish duelist, as all of his abilities help him instead of the team. He has both area control with his wall and flash, and area denial with his molly. But these abilities don't last long enough or provide enough for them to be useful for the whole team. Phoenix also has the ability to heal up to 50 HP when standing in either his wall or his molly. Phoenix's ult is a second life, making it one of the most selfish duelist ults besides Reyna. The ult only affects Phoenix and allows him to become a scout and run into the site for free and try to take duels before respawning back to his original position. If you enjoy Neon's ability to disrupt the site but want to have flashes and a self-heal, then Phoenix is the duelist for you. Now onto Raze, who is the most selfless duelist out of the bunch. Raze has many abilities that can help out the team with intel or damage. Her boombot is one of the best area control utilities for a duelist. Being able to scout out a site or a choke point and create noise when an enemy is nearby is very strong for your team. Her nade also does decent damage and can clear out angles, allowing your team to take those fights on unsuspecting enemies. She also has great mobility with her satchels, allowing her to reach higher angles and enter the site fast. Her ultimate is a pretty selfish ult as it just does big AoE damage, but with it being AoE, Raze's ult does have the potential to be a supporting ult to push people out of an area. If you like a lot of AoE damage with the ability to gain intel, then Raze is the duelist for you. Next up is Reyna, who is the most selfish duelist in the game. With abilities that only affect her, Reyna brings little to none teamfight potential. Her only area control ability is her blind, which can be destroyed with one auto. Her other abilities only affect her when she gets a kill. She has to choose between either dissipating as mobility or self-heal. Her ultimate gives her a stim boost and allows her to gain both mobility and the heal at the same time whenever she gets a kill. If you want to focus on yourself and your own positioning, then Reyna is the duelist for you. Yoru is the duelist with the highest skill ceiling, as he can make plays like no other duelist can. Yoru could be considered both a selfish or selfless duelist, depending on how you play him. He has area control with his clone, Once hit, flashes enemies in the direction that the bullet came from. This allows your team to be able to enter sites while the enemy is flashed. He also has 2 teleporters, allowing him to have fast rotations and leave enemies confused on where he is. And he has 2 flashes, allowing him to take duels into his own hands. His ultimate is a great support ultimate, allowing him to become invisible and run around the map gathering intel on where enemies are for his teammates. If you like causing chaos and confusion for the enemy and making them question where you are, then Yoru is the duelist for you. Those are all the duelists currently in Valorant and how their playstyles work. Which duelist do you think your style fits most with? Let us know in the comments below, and thank you so much for watching.